People who don't have passion in their spirit, very little, they are the ones who assess themselves, appraise themselves, acknowledge the much they have done. Nobody is noticing, but they have done so much and they expect the world to be clapping. I can't live like a mediocre. Look at your life. You are 20, you are 25, you are 30, you are 35, you are 40. What have you poured your energy into? What can you point at and say, this one, if I leave the earth today, this is what I have poured my energy in, and I can tell that it has affected humanity? How many things can you point at? If you left the earth today, what is your legacy? You are lost in a crowd and you are satisfied there. You must pray for God to give you a passion for something where you can burn and be burned for. Otherwise, what makes us different from the animals? Many have no passion, and if you have a passion, God recognizes it and rewards your responsibility along those lines. Jesus had the same passion. John 2:17 said, the zeal of my Father's house has consumed me. When he stood before Pilate, Pilate was telling him, I have the power to release you. He wasn't hearing him. He looked at Pilate. He said, you don't have that power except it has been given to you. And in case you don't know, my kingdom is not of this world. If it were, I would have called. He said, but for this cause was I born. He said, for this cause came I into the world, that I may bear witness to the truth. There was a passion. He summarized his life by his passion. For this cause was I born. So it doesn't matter. He said, how am I stretched? That was Jesus talking. He labored night and day until his whole body was blistered. And Jesus himself exclaimed, how I'm stretched, and I will be stretched. Even when you're not doing anything, people are already hailing you. Where do you rest? Hey, this is what have we done? People look at me sometimes, they say, Kai, man of God. What now? Wow, more grace. When do you rest? I say, rest what? I'm going for a meeting. I'm flying. I'm sleeping on the aircraft. I relax. I'm praying. I go for the meeting. I finish preaching. Come back. I relax in the hotel. I fly back. You say, when do I rest? My whole life is rest, sir. How many hours did I preach for? You go ask Paul. People who were galloping on donkeys for hours. You go and ride on a camel for 2 hours. Nowadays, we even fly business class. Even economy is stressful. I don't want to sit for 10 hours. Meanwhile, these people rode on horsebacks. They rode on camels for weeks. I'm preaching to you now. See the microphone. See how loud it is. When Paul preached, there was no mic, and they preached to thousands. That means every time they preached, they shouted on top of their voice. Look at the volume of electronics here for me to talk to this small number. There's amplifier, there's keyboard, everything play. I say, when do you rest? Augusta, I'm resting. Don't clap me out of my destiny. I'm not saying kill yourself, but I'm saying don't make yourself lazy by unnecessary accolades. If in the days of Paul, people could win hundreds of thousands of souls, you are in this generation where you have media to support. You have not won 10,000 souls. Don't you think you are playing? We need to wake up.